Hi there, this is an update of how we're getting on so far in our travels. So, day 3, and basically this is the first day that Shan's been able to even get up and eat or get washed or anything. Day 2 was basically a write-off. She was sleeping most of the day. I made my first video, and you'll be able to see that if you go into the YouTube channel. But at the same time, it wasn't a wasted day for me. Shannon, she needed a rest.
I was so sick. I think it was the travelling from Edinburgh to London, then London to Abu Dhabi, then Abu Dhabi to Kathmandu, and it didn't help that we had about a 5 or 6 hour wait in Abu Dhabi for our flight to Kathmandu, and at that point you're just knackered. And then I don't think the food on the plane helped either, and every time I think about it, it gives me the bulk. So I think that's maybe.
What was the food again actually? What was it?
I wrote it down as like Pinera.
Some sort of like
It was like an Indian dish, but then I thought at the time it was brilliant.
it was like a vegetarian Indian dish. It had like
Panira, sorry, Panira.
right, that's it. So it's cheese. It's like wee cheese blocks and
I
like.
don't want it actually make me bulk. But yeah.
It was nice though. It was nice. Genuinely, it was nice.
I don't know if it's just because I'm feeling queasy, but yeah, yesterday I just felt sick, a sore head, shivery, then too hot, and then I literally slept all day, and I don't sleep. I don't really sleep during the day, so.
No.
So and I'm feeling a bit queasy today. Still a bit hot.
Just to let you know, Shan does like her sleep, but as soon as she's up, she's up. That's it. No going back for her. But
I know. But the flight from London to Abu Dhabi was fine. It was long. It was good. We had a nice like economy space, but the guy next was quite grumpy, he's quite huffy. But yeah, no, it was fine. The flight was okay. We watched a film. We watched one film each day, then we watched a film together and pressed play at the start, so we were watching it together. It was quite good.
Alright.
But yeah, the waiting in Abu Dhabi, I was like trying to lie down, going for a sleep, and then I got moved. Region wasn't good. I had my big eye mask on and wrapped my blanket. Then he moved us. And then we found another spot. Then I went to sit for a wee bit again. But it wasn't enough. Though. We were too tired. The flight to Kathmandu was okay, but it was kind of chaotic. Like the gate was announced and everybody was just on different queues and they didn't even know where people were going. And the girl started shooting people. So at that point, I thought this isn't even Kathmandu yet. So it's gonna be chaotic.
Yeah.
But
it was a nightmare.
Then when we got to Kathmandu, it reminded me of Cambodia. When you go in, you walk in and it's like this kind of like stoned kind of building. There's no kind of, I don't know, organisation to it. You go in, there's like signs up everywhere. So on this side it says visa collection. So you think that's the stall to pick up your visa, but it's not. It's to pay for the visa. There's signs over here saying foreigner without visa. So you think that you're going to go over there and get your visa, but in fact there's little what they call machines, like computer screens, to go on and register and get your visa, and you get
maybe, maybe 5 of them for however many people come off the flights. So there's maybe like 3 flights that land, and everybody's just piling in as much as they possibly can, and then from there it's the 5 machines, and then each person is trying to use one at a time. And one of the machines that everybody was trying to use it. Imagine like a big crowd of like 600 million folk trying to use all these wee machines, right? One of them breaks. It's an absolute disaster, absolute nightmare. So what happened was I was watching as they were resetting that machine, and then people started going on it. But what happened is there was like a wee kind of Kathmandu representative for the airport was there just kind of getting through people. So I says to Shan, here, just jump the queue. Jump the queue. So we jumped into the queue. Lo and behold, in and out, no bother at all.
It took us about 30 seconds each to get our passport registered and put like all the visa details in. So once you got the ticket for that, you went and paid for it over at the visa collection counter. Then you went over to the other counter that says foreigner without visa, and then we got it stamped. The man just, how are you? Namaste. It was just mental. Then you go through there, so that took us about an hour and a half.
It's kind of like a wee Jack the Lad sitting there, he's like, hey, where are you from?
He's like, and what does your name mean? And he's like, Robert. And I'm like, yeah, it doesn't have a good ring to it, like Shannon does. But after that we got our bags, but our bags were literally just sitting on the floor.
Yeah.
The conveyor belt's going, is one arrivals hall, one baggage reclaim hall, and it's everybody's bags is just chucked on the floor.
Yep.
So we went through and our bags were just lying on the floor, so we picked that up. And then as we were leaving, I wanted to get us SIM cards with data on it, so we went with Ncell. And that is, again, that's chaotic. So the guy's just literally chucking out bits of paper, telling you get your passport picture and sending the details, giving your passport over, and yeah. It costs us $24 for 16 gig each, for 30 days, which is actually it's really good considering how much. I don't know. I don't think we're going to use it for. It's just more for emergencies, for maps and things like that. I mean, we have all that offline anyway. It's just I would rather have it.
Back home, basically, I struggle to use 8 gig. I barely get through 4, I think, if I'm honest. I couldn't really say. But at the same time, that 16 gig, I probably will go through a good amount of that, considering where we are and what we're going to be doing. So, yeah.
So today, I'm feeling a wee bit, it's a little bit queasy, but we're going to go out and get some Diamox, which has been known to help with high altitude mountain sickness.
Altitude mountain sickness.
Yeah, whatever that is, this mountain sickness that you get. So I'm going to get that. And we've got a name for a free clinic that this wee guy who keeps popping up everywhere I go.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Honestly, I came out the room yesterday and I told one guy that I wasn't feeling well, and he pops up going, are you okay? Do you have some tea? And I'm like, okay. So this morning I go for breakfast and he pops up again. So it's just one of these people that keep popping up. So he's recommended this place we can get us tablets, and he's recommended another place that he's going to get someone from the hostel to come with us to go get our sleeping bags today.
Yeah.
And I think that's all that'll probably manage to do, get money out, get water, and then I'll probably go back to sleep again, and then hopefully tomorrow I feel better because I want to be better for that trek.
Yeah, it's funny when you're back home, you've got all these different kind of plans, like I'll do this day, and then it doesn't happen like that. Does not happen. 28 hours travelling it's going to knock everything out. I mean, I'm lucky. I think that I'm actually all right. Genuinely, I think I am. But Shannon, she's more travelled than I am, but she's obviously been knocked.
Yeah, I was knocked off my feet. It was horrible, but I feel a lot better than I did yesterday. So, and I can stop crying yesterday. So I can stop crying.
I just kept turning around and be like, crying again. I think the thing is, right, Shannon kept turning around and saying, oh, I'm really dehydrated, I've got a really sore head, because you've been crying all day, that's why.
But Robbie wouldn't go and get the water.
No, Robbie got water to start with, and then one of these. Okay.
Yeah, it took me a full day to drink that, and that's not that I drink litres of water a day, so I drank one, like last night I still had about that much left, and I never drank enough. So I had like a cereal bar, forced it down. Still gives me a bit.
Obviously I had, again in the last video you would have seen it, it was, I had the momos and I had a fruit salad as well. Shannon had, what do you have, like a wee bit of banana off my fruit salad, like literally a slice of it, and then
ginger,
that was it.
honey and lemon tea.
But it looked really nice.
It was
actually
lovely. It was the only thing I could really stomach, but
if I could have, I would have got a picture of it to show you, but again, it was just more a case you just get down, you get back to bed, you know.
It's quite good because our room's here, right? So the first night we got here, they gave us this. They told us we can get our private room, which was annoyed at, which is fine. It's fine now, but they gave us a dorm room just to ourselves. So there was like 4 beds in the dorm room, but one bed is like covered in like mosquitoes and beasties, and so we were literally on the bottom bunk of this tiny wee bed, trying to share it. But at 7 o'clock in the morning, I just didn't feel well, so I had to go on the top bunk. And we slept a wee bit longer, and the guy said that our private room would be ready at 11. So we went down there about 11:30, and then we came up about 2 flights or 1 flight, and literally our rooms where we are, you can literally just walk out the door and the kitchen's just there, so it's really good, and just like a wee rooftop bar and everything. So Robbie will show you that.
I'll show you at some point, but now what we're going to do is we're just giving you an update, like I said at the start, just to make sure that you're aware that
you're still alive,
still here, still good, still kicking. And just wanted to make sure you're kept up to date. So this will be the end of our wee video now, okay? So see you in a wee bit.
Bye.
Cheers.